have you been training with the boulder punching Chris? Mr. X really traumatized that boy to get in the gym. Our man Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil went from athletic rookie cop to brolic tank weapon. So what actually happened to get our boys some gains? Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor JaxBlade is back with another episode of Would That Work Out? The series where I use my knowledge of personal training exercise science to analyze a fictional character's routine, see how effectively it would be if attempted in real life. And today we're talking about my man Leon Kennedy. But in this universe, injections aren't all that surprising for increasing mass, but I do think there's a bit more to it. So let's talk about how Leon got started, what training he did, how he'd bulk up over the years, would it work in real life, and if so, how effectively, so you can get your own sexy Asian situationship going on. Been there myself, not gonna lie, it's pretty fun.
Now here's the thing, depending on where you look and where you start, Leon's origin is a bit messy. For example, for years due to newsletters Capcom made in the 90s and 2000s, people thought that Leon's parents got killed and it inspired him to be a cop, but apparently that information given out in early magazines has been mixed among fans. And there's this back and forth considering it more retconned, but you can find this stuff archived at projectumbrella.net. This user from Reddit talks about what could be his origin, but you know, just like how in the original game, according to the creator himself, Leon got dumped, was drunk, and missed his chance to go to Raccoon City, which saved his life. But then in the remake, Leon is warned to stay away, but then goes in anyway. There's just varieties of this. So personally, I've always liked the family angle, so canon or not, let's go with that for this video. Leon started off in a Bruce Wayne fused with Frank Castle-esque situation, where his family was murdered when he was a child, but he was saved by a police officer who then inspired Leon to become a cop himself. Years later, he ends up in Raccoon City, and everything that goes bump in the night, Leon has to bump back against. So first off, let's look at the training it actually takes to become a police officer, and when I talk about this, we're picturing the dope ones like these inspirations. While you may see some overweight cops from time to time, don't let that fool you into thinking that becoming a member is easy, depending on the area. To become a police officer, you have to be able to pass a general fitness test. That includes stuff you do in gym class back in the day, such as running, calisthenics, and maybe obstacle course training. Police training definitely incorporates obstacle course training, but I wonder if they still do it in schools, because I remember that was always fun back in the day. You also have to be able to handle high stress situations, since you are potentially going to be putting your life on the line if you get into shootouts or fights with potential criminals or ugly bastard hentai looking monsters. So basic combat sparring and target shooting drills are imperative. This type of training is not meant to make you into someone like Ronnie Coleman, but can make damn sure you are athletic enough to have enough functional fitness capabilities to handle high adrenaline situations. Leon most definitely proved that all through Resident Evil 2, and then an anti-umbrella government agency got him to join, and this got our backstreet looking boy even more elite training with this career change. He mentions how his training with them and Krauser, a former special agent mercenary and Leon's former partner, nearly killed him. So while we don't see much, we can still assess from what happened, from what we've been told, and also just from how Leon moves during gameplay. Leon is able to react fast, move very explosively, fight multiple opponents, can do totally necessary backflips when the time calls for it, barely seems to gas out, but also is very durable to handle certain things. The combo of strength training and athletic conditioning is imperative in this field of work. So movements such as weighted pull-ups, towel grip pull-ups, bench press, deadlifts, weighted carries, dips, overhead presses are all used by strong personnel in government agencies in real life in their designated weight rooms. All of these movements can help build that dense, functional, fighter-ready muscle that we see Leon gradually develop. By byproduct, they also help build a thicker body, which makes you a lot more durable in a lot of areas. He's also very explosive and powerful and jumps around like Nightwing at times. So I put money on things being added in such as box jumps, sprints, agility drills, and just various throws, because these can all help boost those attributes even more. Possibly also doing stuff like reaction training movements, which help you to improve your reflexes so that you can dodge unpredictable moves more effectively. Since we know Leon trained combat with Krauser and on various missions gained experience fighting various things, mixed martial arts style training utilizing things such as grappling or punches that are able to destroy doors and kicks definitely helped him to improve his physical ability and also his pain tolerance, and then of course he did tons of mobility movements so Leon doesn't end up like Now, here's the thing.
Leon's current build actually tracks for someone who's been training for literal years non-stop from like age 20 to his early 50s. And something I think to remember about Resident Evil is, unlike a series like The Last of Us or The Walking Dead or any like apocalypse show, Resident Evil isn't a worldwide apocalypse. No, these are incidents that happen in isolated areas, and they F up those areas, you know, greatly. But it's not like a worldwide thing. There are still places you can go and relax. Realistically, he could train for years without any issue and also be well fed nutritionally. Leon, when not on missions, could rest and also eat tons of good nutritious foods to help build his body. It's why I always say, when you actively lock in on the 3-leg stool of fitness, sleep, training, nutrition, you would be surprised how much gains you can make in a year versus half-assing it the entire time. If one of those legs is wobbly on you, fortify it immediately. Matter of fact, if you want to do that, I have a Nerdy Fit group to keep you accountable. Just check my link in the pinned comment below. Matter of fact, let's break down why he looks so dilfy.
I'll tell you why he's Delphi. Because Capcom knows how to work it. Oh, I am barking and feral over those biceps over here. I just could plumb my face into it and I would drag my dick.
Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of my house! Anyways, so Leon's got a low body fat percentage, but it's not crazy low. Like, for example, think of Mortal Kombat characters, Z-Fighters, or various comic superheroes, where they are all basically rocking the dehydrated pro bodybuilder on stage look 24/7. Those bodies look awesome, and it makes sense why they use them in various forms of fiction, but they are just not functional for long endurance based activities at all, like, you know, fighting or running or doing all these crazy things. Yes, it looks awesome to look like a freaking badass action figure, but it is going to gas you out. Ask any pro bodybuilder on stage or anyone who's that level of lean for doing long endurance things. It's just not the ideal thing to have. So, if you want to learn more about that specific thing as well, just check out this video right here. And Leon's body fat percentage just appears to be in a healthy range. Like, people think you have to have sub 10% body fat to look attractive, when that is just not true for the vast majority of people. Literally, in between 10 to 15% body fat will give you a great look, while also allowing you to live life and enjoy time out with your friends, because you can still eat and drink and be merry. My good friend The Pioneer talked about this massively and also did his own Leon video, which was spectacular too. The point is, you don't need to be taking medical injections designed for people who have diabetes or who are morbidly obese to blunt your hunger just so your six-pack looks extra cut. If you're not getting on stage competing, then that's just vanity, dude. And most of the time people say they do it for themselves, but in actuality, they are doing it for admiration or women's attention. But most ladies straight up like you more like Ryan Gosling over, say, a Baywatch-looking Zac Efron. Take your time and you'll get there. He's also got broader shoulders now and much more defined arms. And yeah, years of lifting and eating around maintenance or a surplus and getting enough protein and recovery can do that for you naturally, especially when we look at what he has been doing this entire time. Fighting constantly, carrying gear and weapons everywhere, climbing, and much more. Years of that on top of physical training will help you build a nice body by byproduct and look great. So it's not all that unreasonable to build a body like this IRL. Now, I had to do some digging because I couldn't remember exactly what happened, but from when I looked up, initially I saw a lot of people say the T-virus and the Las Plagas parasites played a role in his current gains. But from what I found, and you can feel free to tell me if I missed something because it's been a long time, the Las Plagas parasite got removed. I asked my friend Autumn Ivy about this, who's a Resident Evil superfan, and she said that the original ones were removed, though the newest virus was dormant, and it's been argued that they did in fact give him heightened resilience and spidey sense. So yeah, that's great. Thanks, Autumn. Go check out her channel, it's great. So right now, it appears he's just a jacked older dude. So the only injection he may have is some TRT, and that doesn't stand for Tyrant Resident Trend. But more than likely, the game developers weren't thinking that, so they probably just had him working out consistently. So yeah, that type of training consistently would help build a body like that if you were consistent in all areas of the 3-leg stool of fitness and you were actually able to survive certain things. But like, again, it's a lot of stuff to just go into. But if you made it this far in the video, type Ada soon down in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think of the new Resident Evil game. Comment down below. And do you prefer Leon when he was more athletic build or now that he's more tanky and stuff like that? Maybe I should start Twitch streaming again like I used to do all the time back in 2018. I forgot how I did the setup, but that was fun. But anyways, if you want a coach to actually help you reach these goals to lock in on it, just DM me on the little link in the description down below. We'll talk on Zoom and I can see if I can help you there. And again, if you want anything to help you reach your nerdy fitness goals, be sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe. Got tons of stuff here for you. There's some videos on right here. Thank you to my patrons. Now go become that sexy DILF I know you can be. Yeah!